Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to design a modern hero section in Figma. I actually shared this exact design on X a little while ago and it went little bit viral and got 140 likes. So I thought why not build it together step by step and show you how to create this one. So let's start now. Okay guys, let's start designing now. And if you want to do follow along with me, you can copy these hex code colors. To start with designing, I am going to press F on my keyboard and it will bring us all the ready-made frames on right side bar of Figma dashboard. And we are going to choose desktop frame as always. And next thing we need to do is we need to add a fill. I am going to choose the top color 7F4AFF. Okay, and our background is ready. Next thing we need to do is we need to add grids and glow. Let me show you what it is. As you can see, we have grids here in the background and light glow. So how can we do that? We need a vector grid and I already have it. Let me show you. Okay guys, this is the grid that we are going to use in our design. And if you don't have it, then don't worry. I will leave the link in description of this design. And in this design, you will have this grid and you can get it from there. Okay, let's copy this grid and put it in our frame. I copied it. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select our main frame and I am going to press Ctrl V and I pasted vector grid in our design. You can't see it because its color is black. Let's turn it into white and let's zoom in and then you can see the grid. So next thing we need to do is we need to draw a circle. I am going to press O on my keyboard and I am going to hold shift and let's draw a circle. Circle is going to be 350 to 372 is okay. And what we're gonna do next is we need to select both vector grid. Let me zoom in so you can see clearly. So let's select both of them, vector grid and our circle by holding shift key. Then I'm going to right click on my mouse. Then we are going to choose this option, use as mask. Then you will see our grid is turned into circle, but its edges are not smooth. So we need to make it smooth. To do that, we need to select our circle. Then we need to, oh, I forgot to give it a fill. Fill is going to be this color. Okay, and we need to go to effects. Then I have to choose layer blur and value is going to be 450. And now you can see edges are smooth and it looks good. So next thing we need to do is we need to select both of them and let's turn them into a group by pressing Ctrl G. Okay, and we need to give it a glow effect. Let me show you what it is. You see this glow in the background, we need to give it that one. So how can we do that? We need to draw another circle on top of our grid. I am going to press O on my keyboard and I am going to hold shift key. Okay, so its size is going to be 475, I think. Yeah, that's okay. We need to give it same fill, this one 7AA8FF. Okay, and we need to give it layer blur and value is going to be 450. Okay, our background is ready. Let's place it there. Our background is ready. Let's select all of these layers and turn them into a group. Control G, and let's name it background BG and lock it so it doesn't interfere with our design. And next thing we need to do is we need to design our nav bar. So we are going to start designing our navbar by making our logo. So to make our logo, I need to have some text here, logo text. To do that, I am going to press T on my keyboard, okay? And we are going to write the logo name, which is build Lee. And our font size is going to be 20, and weight is going to be extra bold, and font family is going to be manroop, okay? And letter spacing is going to be minus 1%. Next, we need to have our logo here. So I'm going to copy logo from here, Control C, and I'm going to place it inside of our main frame by pressing Control V, and our logo is ready. I am going to select both of them, then we will turn them into auto layout by pressing Shift A on keyboard, and our auto layout is ready. So we need a gap of 12, and yeah, our logo is ready. So next we are going to make nav links there. Okay, let's create nav links now. So to do that, we need to press D on our keyboard. First one will be features, and let's duplicate this one by pressing Ctrl D. And second one will be templates. We need a drop down icon there, and to get this icon, I will use this plugin Iconify. Okay, our plugin is open. We need to write down there to get our icon. So we will use this icon. So let's get it. Let's place it there. I think it is outside of our frame. So let's put it inside, and we will select both of them and turn them into auto layout by pressing Shift A. And their gap will be 4. Okay, so let's change color of our icon, which will be white, and we need to duplicate this two more times. So let's press Ctrl D. So next one will be docs, and last one will be pricing. And let's select all of them, and we will turn them into auto layout by pressing Shift A, and we need to give them gap of 32 pixel. Okay. Okay, our nav links are ready. So next thing we need to do, let I see there is some misalignment. To fix this, we need to align them into center. Okay, our nav links are ready. So next thing we need to do is we need to create CTA links there, and let's start by writing the text for the first button, and I will press T on my keyboard. First one will be sign in button. Okay, let's turn it into auto layout by pressing Shift A, and its padding will be 12, and its horizontal and vertical padding will be 12. Okay, our first CTA button is ready. We need to create another one. To do that, I am simply going to duplicate this one. So I am going to press Ctrl D, and we duplicated this button. And next thing we need to do is we need to add a fill, and fill is going to be this top one color 0F214A. Okay, let's zoom in so you can see. So next thing we need to do is we need to give it a corner radius of 16 pixel, and we need to change text as well, which is going to be get, not that, get started. Okay, this is the text, And next thing we need to do is we need to add a stroke, and stroke is going to be gradient linear one, and top stop will be white, and bottom one will be also white, and bottom one will have 0% opacity. Let's change the position of our gradient. It is going to look like this. So next thing we need to do is we need to add inner gradient. We need to go to effects, then we need to choose inner or shadow. I'm sorry, I said inner gradient, but it is inner shadow, my mistake. So we need to change x and y value to 0, and color is going to be complete white. Okay, our inner shadow is ready, and next thing we need to do is we need to add another fill. Another fill is going to be radial gradient. Okay, and top value will be white, and bottom will value will be also white, and top stop will be 100, will have 100% opacity, and bottom stop will have 0% opacity. And then we need to place it correctly on top like this. Okay, and then we need to add another fill, and this is also going to be radial gradient, and let's choose radial there, and top and bottom will be white. Top will be 100%, and bottom will be 0%, and let's position it there. It will look like something like that. I think our buttons are ready. Yes, something like this is fine. Let's see if it does look like the previous one. Yeah, it does look like this. So let's select both of them, and by pressing shift A we turn them into auto layout. They will have gap of 12 pixel, and our nav bar is ready. We need to select all the items. Okay, and then we will turn them into auto layout by pressing shift A. Okay, and their gap will be auto. Let's make them little bit smaller. Okay, that looks good. Let's make a little bit smaller. Yeah, so we need to give it a border, but first of all we need to add bottom and top horizontally and vertical padding. Okay, and then we need to give it a stroke. Stroke is going to be, I think, this color. Okay, and a stroke value is going to be 32% opacity. And next we need to add a fill, and I think fill is going to be this color. Okay, but its value is going to be its opacity is going to be 5%, and it will also have effect of background blur, and its value is going to be 20. Okay, as you can see our oh, I forgot, we need to add the corner radius, which is going to be 16 pixel. Our nav bar is ready. Okay guys, our nav bar is ready. Next thing we need to do is we need to create badge there. Okay, to start with I am going to press T on my keyboard, and we are going to write some text which is going to be from prompt to product fast. This is the text that we are going to use, and font weight will be medium, and font size will be 16, and letter spacing is going to be -1%. Okay, that's right. And let's add an icon there. So we are going to our plugin Iconify, and we will search there stars, and we are going to use this one. Okay, let's import it, and it is there. It is outside. Let's put it back into our main frame, and let's color it as well. So they both will have this color. Okay, and text will also be this color, CAD 5FF. Okay, they both will have same color. And I see its background changed, but star color is still the same. So we need to remove background, and we need to change this color uh, to this one, CADFF. Okay, so our text and icon is ready. Let's convert them into auto layout by clicking Shift A on keyboard. Okay, and let's align them in the center, and then we need to convert them into our badge is ready, but we need to add a border around them. So let's give it some padding, and I think horizontal padding is going to be 12 and vertical padding is going to be 8. Okay, and corner radius is going to be 100 because we want it fully rounded. And then fill is going to be this color, this one, and its opacity is going to be 50, I think. And then we need to add a stroke, and stroke will be solid color. I think solid color is going to be this one, 6374B5. Okay, and then we also need to add another stroke, which is going to be radial gradient. Okay, and the upper value is going to be this one. Let me tell you which one. Upper color is going to be this one, and top color is also going to be this one, CAD5FF. Okay, the bottom stop will have 0% opacity, and let's uh, position our gradient, and position is going to be like that. Okay, I think it is going to be 100%. Let's align our gradient so it looks good. Yeah, I think it does look good now. Yes, our badge is ready. Okay, and next what we need to do is we need to have a title here, and let me write title. To do that, I am going to press T on my keyboard and write title. Title will be, let's see, I forgot the title. Build your app or website, just describe it. So let's write title. Build your app or uh, I forgot again. Let me see. Memory is very short. Build your app or website. Okay, let me zoom in so you can see. Uh, First letter will be capital. Build your app or website. Just describe it. Okay, and I think font size will be 72. 72. Okay, and let's make it smaller like this. And the font weight will be extra bold, and letter spacing is going to be -2%. Okay, everything else is okay, so let's align it properly like that. Okay, there. I think we need to add a color now. So color is going to be linear gradient. The first stop will have this value, this stop CADFF color. So let's add it there. Okay, and second stop will be white color. We need four stops, so I am going to add two more. So second stop will be white color, third stop will again be this color. So let's copy it and paste it there. Okay, and yeah, we are good to go now. So let's align our uh, gradient. It will be like that, I think. Let's see if it does look like this. Let's check it for once and see if we are wrong. Our first stop is white and uh, other colors are different. So we need to change it. Our first stop is white and the second color is going to be this one again, CAD5FF, and third stop will be white again, and fourth stop is going to be this color again. So let's fix it now. So yeah, it looks like this. Okay, this is little bit darker, so let's give it some darker tone. Okay, I think our title is ready. So next thing we need to do is we need to have this subtext. I'm going to copy this one to just save our time. So I'm simply going to copy it and paste it there, because otherwise I will be wasting so much time by remembering all that text. So let's paste it here. Okay. So our subtext is there, and let me show you. It has a linear gradient. The top value looks like this, and bottom value is AEDEFF. So you can copy it if you are following along with me. And it has line height of 26 and font size is 16, and font weight is regular. Okay. So our title, subtext, and badge is ready. So let's align them by converting them into auto layout. So I'm going to select title and our subtext, and then I am going to press Shift A. Okay, and I am going to give it gap of 32 pixel, and then I am going to press our content and then badge by holding shift key and selecting both of them, and again I am going to turn it into auto layout by pressing shift A. Okay, they will have value of 24 pixels. Okay, our main content is ready. So next thing we need to do is we need to create this prompt input card, and I am going to do that. So let's move on to that section now. Okay guys, next we are going to design AI prompt input. Let me show you this one. So we will start it by writing the prompt text, which is going to be, let's press T on our keyboard, and text is going to be a modern website with the dark theme actually, and contact form. Okay, text size is going to be, the font size is going to be 16, and font weight will be medium, and everything looks okay. We need to give it a color is going to be I think this one, will be the color. Okay, and next thing we need to do is we need to create these buttons. So to make these buttons we need an icon there. Okay, let's delete this frame. So to get that icon, we will go to our favorite plugin of icons, Iconify. Then we will search plus there, and I already did. So You can see plus icon, collection of plus icons there, and I think this looks okay to me. So we will import it as a frame, and let's change its color. Color is going to be, I think this is going to be the color B1C1FFF. Okay, and then we need to add another frame, so we will select frame selection, and then we will add auto layout. Okay, I see our icon is outside of our frame, so let's put it back into our frame, main frame, and it will have padding of horizontally 8 pixel and vertically also 8 pixel, and we need to give it a fill is going to be, I think this color will be the fill. Let me zoom out. 0F214A, this is the fill, and we also need to give it corner radius of 12, I think, and it will have stroke, and a stroke going to be, I think stroke is going to be this color, I think. Let's see. Let's see if it does looks same like our previous design 3A44. Let's see it. Let's go and check it. Yeah, border is same. So let's duplicate this one, and we will press Ctrl D. Okay, our plus button is ready. Next thing we need to do is we need to duplicate this button. Okay, we will duplicate it by holding Alt key, and we need to add a text as well. Let me show you. As you can see, we have mobile app and landing page. So let's get it. To add text inside, we need to choose this frame. Okay, and we will write text inside of it. So how can we do that? Let's make it a little bit bigger, and we will press T on keyboard, and we will start writing text inside, and I am going to write mobile app. Okay, as you can see, it is not responsive, so let's move text to inside frame. Okay, and let's move our icon to left right side by pressing left arrow key on keyboard. Okay, and we need to change its width to hug content. Okay, and it will have padding, horizontal padding of 12 pixel and vertical padding will be 8 pixel, and it will have gap of 8 pixel. Okay, and we need to change icon as well. Icon is going to be, let's search mobile, and we will look for icon there. Let's see which looks good, and then we will choose it. I think this one looks good. I am going to choose this one. So let's import it. Let's replace it actually. This will be easier. Okay, let's check its size. We need to change its color as well. Text color. Text color is going to be same. I think this one will be the color. Let's see. Okay, our second button is also ready. Let's make third button. Let We are going to duplicate this one, and we will replace icon and text. So text is going to be, I think, next button text is landing page, and icon is also, we need to change icon. So we need to write text landing page. Okay, page P will be capital, and we need to change this icon to a file. So let's open this our plugin again, and we will write file there. Okay, let's find the perfect icon for it. which suits our design. I think this one looks good. It is it looks nice. Okay, our buttons are ready. We need to create a prompt button, generate button actually, this one. So I am going to do that. So how can we do that? Let's copy this button. Okay, and we need to change its text. Text is going to be generate, and we will remove this icon by pressing delete on my keyboard. And next thing we need to do is we need to give it 12 pixel of vertical padding. Okay, and then we need to change its background. So I am going to do that. Background is going to be this color, not this color actually, this color 0039C0. Okay, so our background is ready. Next thing we need to do is we need to change the border color as well. I think border color will be, let me check, I forgot. Border color is going to be linear stroke like this one. So let's have it. And it will also have inner shadow. So let's give it border. Border is going to be linear gradient and it will be white. I think bottom value will be 0 and it will look like this. Okay, interesting. I always like to make these kind of button. They look so nice. And we will go to facts and we will choose inner shadow, and y and x value will be 0 and it will have 4 pixel blur, and then we need to change color to white. Okay, I think it will be 100% opacity. And how to create this effect, let me show you. This shiny effect, how can we do that? Let me show you how it was created so you will know how I did that. So I have used a circle, an ellipse. You can also call it ellipse and circle, they are same things. So I have made these circles and I have given it layer blur of 20. So let's do that and give it this shiny color. So we will come to our design that we are making. So we will draw circles by pressing O on our keyboard inside of this frame. So let's do that. Circles will be longer in size, and we need to select this circle and we need to change its position to what we need to remove auto layout, ignore auto layout from it so we can move it inside of our frame. Basically what it does, it remove auto layouts from the layer and you can move it anywhere inside your frame. This is what it does. So let me make it a little bit bigger and small like this, and we will give it color of white, and also effects is going to be layer blur. I think value was 20 pixel as far as I remember. Okay, okay, our design will be ready. We need to it circle circle color is going outside of our frame. Why it is happening? Because we need to select our frame and we need to select this clip content. So what does clip content do is it removes our flow of layers that are going outside of parent frame. So let's see what is the direction of these circles. The direction is going to be like this. Let's change it. Okay, and let's make it little bit longer and little bit like that. and I'm going to duplicate again. We need two of them, so one will be there. Okay, I think our button is ready. Yeah, let's see how does it look. Yeah, it does look similar. Just need to place this layer blur at this place, and our button is ready. So we need another icon there, star icon. So we will go to our plugin and we will search stars there, and we will use this icon. Okay, we will import it, and as usually it is outside of our frame, I will put it back into our main frame, and we will choose color of I think this one I think. Yeah, let's see. Again, we have changed background. That we don't need to do that. We need to change this selection color, and we will choose this top color. I think this one, and our um, icon is ready. Okay, so let's select this button, shiny button, and this icon, and we will turn it into auto layout by pressing shift A on our keyboard, and they will have gap of 12 pixel. Gap is good, and let's select all of these buttons, and then we will press shift A to turn it into auto layout. They will have gap of 10 pixels. Okay, and then we will choose this auto layout and this shiny button auto layout, and then we will press shift A and we will turn them into auto layout. Okay, our buttons are ready. Our top prompt input text is also ready, and we will select top text and these button auto layout frame. Then we will convert them, turn them into auto layout. Again, we will press shift A. Okay, and they are turned into auto layout. We need to give it background, so we will do that. First of all, we need to give them some padding, some breathing space horizontally and vertically. Okay, and they will have gap of 76. Okay, and it is overflowing of our frame. Why? Because I think because its width is fill. Oh, we need to change its width. Okay, so our frame parent frame width be 7 716. Okay, that will be the width, and I think they need to have a gap of auto. Okay, and their height will be 196. Height is okay. Our frame will have a fill of this color. Okay, and we will give it 50% opacity, so we have transparent background. And we also need to give it effect of background blur, and blur is going to be 20 pixel. Okay, and next thing we need to do is we need to give it corner radius of 16 pixel. Okay, our text input is almost ready, and we just need to give it stroke, and we will give it some stroke so it looks nice. So we will give it white color, but white will be only 5%. Okay, and weight is going to be 2 pixel. Okay, and next thing we need to do is we need to add another stroke. I will press this plus icon. Okay, and we will need to give it stroke of gradient, linear gradient, and it will have color of I think we need to give it color of we will use this color, this one. Okay, and second stop will also have same color, So let's give it same color in the bottom stop. Okay, the bottom stop will be 0. And let's move positions of our gradient. I am moving the position, as you can see, but it doesn't look as much shiny as it should be. So I'm going to reduce color little bit. Okay, so let's see if it does look our previous design. As you can see, this border looks so much vibrant. Let's see what color I used there. We can simply copy it and use it on our design that we are creating right now. So we will go to linear and we will choose this color there as well. And let's see if it does help. I think I am doing a mistake. We need to move it on top because oh, we need to change its opacity to 100%. See, I can also do mistake. I'm not sometimes I just forget. So pardon me. Okay, so our design is almost ready. Let's see if it does look similar. It looks 100% similar. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to put some I think trust icons, company icons there. We can simply copy them, and if you want to create them from scratch, you can use a plugin called quick fill. You can go there. Okay, I am opening it. Okay, our plugin is open. You can go there and you can go to brand logos, and you need to go to this segment of placeholder, and you will get many fake companies icons. You can get these ones from here and you can create them from scratch. I'm not going to do that. It's going to take a long time. So I am going to use these ones. I'm going to simply press control C, and put them there. Okay, our icons are there. So we need to give it some smooth effect. Okay, so our icon disappear smoothly from here and at this side as well. How can we do that? We can have a rectangle and we can draw a rectangle there. It is not rectangle. So many mistakes, but it's okay. I hope you will forgive me. And next thing we need to do is we will choose this default background color on this rectangle. Then we will go to linear gradient and we will give same color to the bottom stop as well. We need to remove this top. So let's give it same color, and we also need to move position of our gradient. Okay, so what we do need to do next is we need to give it this top. I'm sorry, for this top we need to give it opacity of 0%. Okay, and we need to move it there like that, and else we can also do it like this. Okay, and yeah, it doesn't look smooth because of top gradient glow one. That's why it doesn't look smooth. Let's make it small. You can still see some of glow, and now it looks smooth. So we need to copy. We can copy this one, control C, and paste it here again. Paste it here again, and we can simply right click and flip it horizontally, and we will have this disappearing effect, where slightly icons and layers disappear. I forgot the term for it. So our design is ready. I will wrap up this video. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you can get this file from the description. And please subscribe to this channel and like this video. It really encourages me to make more videos. And see you in next video.